All right, everyone, what's going on? This is going to be my review of the Bells of Steel plate-loaded wall-mounted cable machines. Just some fun facts about these two machines. They're not sold in pairs. You could get one for about $340 US. And what their selling point is, you can use these two cables right here as chest flies. And another selling point is there's 30 plus holes that you can use and adjust. That way you're able to do various workouts. The owner of the company suggested that you get two, and the reason being for that is you could do different workouts as far as chest fly, chest press, without any real rubbing of the cables and the handles on your body and on your arms. Couple things to note: you will need a 17 millimeter and 19 millimeter wrench and or socket set. And this middle bar right here is probably one of the most awful setups I've ever had to do to get one of my machines set up. Really, if you're assembling this, you should assemble that bar first, as far as the, or that rod first, as far as the pulley tower goes. And it's actually pretty simple setup. You start down here and you work your way up to this pulley. So you got to put the pulleys in and the cable at the same time. And then you follow that down, right, to here, and then go back up. Or you can assemble it according to the video that they have out on their website. That video is kind of frustrating, just the way that the gentleman lays it out and tells you, like this bolt is this number and this bolt is that number. It does kind of get frustrating when you watch it because you're not sure how he exactly laid it out, due to the fact that the package isn't labeled that the bolts come in. But going down here, that's how you assemble it to your pulley system, or tower, I should say. And then you just wrap it around right here, on that pulley. He actually says, getting back to the assembly, the guy that was in the video said good luck assembling this. That's kind of frustrating to hear. They suggest an hour to set this up, but in all honesty, with the way the instructions are and the video and how it doesn't zoom in on anything, is my biggest criticism of these two pieces of equipment. They say an hour. It probably took me at least 2 per, just because I had to find the tools, guess the size, realize that you can actually put these on upside down, which is kind of amazing. I don't even know if that's right. I'm guessing it's upside down, but it works better for me. And then obviously, like, the heads for these screws, or for these bolts, just make sure that you have the right one. But once you do get it assembled, it's actually pretty nice. All right, now that that annoying helicopter is mostly passed, I could talk about bolting. So I put 2 bolts, well 3, mounting screws in right here. I'm sure they're not true mounting screws. I just grabbed what I had and then went to Home Depot and got this guy right here for each side. So I mounted this 2x4 to my wall, and then there was too much of a gap right there. So I added this board that you're looking at right there and kind of like hodgepodged it all together. And because I don't want to drill into this base for the concrete, I just bought some play sand. It cost me like $5 per. They're 50 pounds. And right now it works. I do have 2 other cable towers that I do heavier weights with. So this is primarily just for the lighter weight. It is a 2-to-1 ratio unless you have these 2 pieces hooked up together, which they do supply you with that right there. Other than that, as you can see throughout this video that I posted, it does work really well. It is going to add to your overall training sessions. The only thing is you might want to upgrade over time to the aluminum pulleys. This pulley system is the nylon, and it's better for your cables themselves, but it's smoother with the aluminum, supposedly. And on top of that, once you do combine both of these, you could feel the drag a little bit. It is better to use it singular, and what I mean by that is just one of these at a time as opposed to both of them together. But to each their own. Like I said, this is a great piece of training equipment. I've been trying to DIY something like this for 3 years, and I finally just gave up and chose Bells of Steel, and I'll show you why. So the reason why I chose this system was actually the lever arms. I know there's a lever arm community and there's a lever arm anti-community, if that's even a word. I know people don't particularly care for lever arms or think they're a waste of time, but for me, I've also been trying to replicate this by using 2 barbells and Titan's pin and pivot safety post, whatever it is. It goes through the pipe system for squat racks, and you could do landmine work based off of the squat rack and barbell assemblies. So it's actually pretty easy to set up. You just take one of these D-rings, the extra long ones right here, and you attach it to that weight horn, and then obviously clamp it in, which they provide you with the little clamps right there, and you have continued resistance throughout your workout. Now once I probably move and set up a way to bolt these into the ground, I'll probably go a little bit heavier. But for chest workouts, because of the narrow space, it's only between a couple of studs, I can't really use both at the same time, and that's perfectly fine. I can just do singular work or a bunch of landmine work. Whatever I need, these get the job done for right now. So on top of having 2 new machines that have 30 plus holes each, I can add these lever arms onto it. And honestly, this has become the center point of my training as opposed to my squat rack. My squat rack is from Fitness Reality. It is 1/3 the price of what I spent on these, and I think that these are worth every last penny that I spent. Just a quick word of note, they are 2.3 by 2.3 inches, so they won't fit, or a lot of attachments may or may not fit it. You will have to shim some attachments if you do try and use it, like from 3x3 attachments, or if they have like 2x5 or some type of odd type of length out there, you would probably have to shim it. The holes are 5/8 of an inch. Yeah, this is the ecosystem that they decided to put in for this is something that was a big reason why I got this. I can add it to squat racks eventually. The Fitness Reality won't be my main squat rack in the years to come, but right now it is, and it's serving me pretty well. And the reason why I didn't attach it to my squat rack is I don't want it to come about, I don't want it to be about, 2 feet out from my squat rack itself. It just get in the way. So I've been able to move my gym around because of having these. And as you can see, I have a nice little corner set up for whatever hypertrophy work I need to do, or like just cable work, really. So that's it. That's pretty much the setup I have right now. I could do a walkthrough video of my home gym if that's something that you're interested in. Leave a like and comment. Again, my page can always use it. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.